guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we will be playing Buildable for Treasure, and I will show you a tutorial on how to make a Minecraft crafting table. We just reached over 230 subscribers. Thank you so much. So yeah, let's get started on the tutorial. First we're gonna make the crafting table itself. So you want to place a block and make the dimensions 4 by 4 by 4 like this, and then they can be made out of any block, but make sure the exterior blocks are made out of plastic or metal. I'm just building this out of metal because I have more blocks of these and I use all of my plastic. So scale it down by 0, and then make sure it's like the width and length are 0.25, and then just keep cloning it until it fills up the whole thing. Alright, once you are done with that, we're gonna start with the top part. So make sure all of this metal are 0.25 width and length, and are totally flat. So so we're gonna start with the top part. So first you want to start with the black outline like this, like a proper crafting table, and then paint it start with the corner of the back and then go 3 times to the right and to the left, and then make it diagonal like this, and then let me just get rid of this. Alright, and then do that for all of the corners. Alright, now once you've done that, actually these colored settings are only for plastic. So the hue for this one is 8, the saturation is 67, and the value is 74 for this color. So if you can do that if you want. So yeah, and then paint it like this. Actually this also looks pretty good on metal. Just make sure you paint it like this. Oops, I'm gonna fix me. So yeah, do that, and then you want to now paint your 3 by 3 grid. So the color settings are hue 8, saturation 74, and the value is 53. So paint it like this. First make a box, and then start on the corner of this color and go to the next one right here. No, go to the one 2 blocks to the right of it. Do it for all of them. Just do it for these 2, and then do the same thing on these ones. Alright, and then just get the same color as this and then paint it for the inside. Oh yeah, also color in these corners as well. This is a brighter color, so the settings are hue is 8, saturation is 55, and the value is 76. Alright, after that, and then you want to fill this part like this and do the same thing as you did on the top. Alright, yeah, once you're done with that, you don't clone it yet, because this design actually has the same one on the other side, like the sawmill and the sawmill. No, it's the woodcutter thing, and that looks like, I think that's a hammer or an axe. So yeah, do that, and then we first want to start with the black outline. So you just get the blackest color. It's right here. Hue is 0, saturation is 0, and the value is 7. And then you get these colors, which is, and the settings is the hue is 8, the saturation is 82, and the value is 45. And just paint it like that in the center. And then get this black color again and paint it like this on both sides. And then take this color, which had the settings of hue is 8, saturation is 74, and the value is 74, and paint it right in here. And then get the black color again and paint it all the way down. And then get this color. Hue is 8, saturation is 59, and the value is 53. And then go one block under the black piece right here. So there's one block in between. And then just paint it horizontally like this. And then go 3 blocks down. So 1, 2, 3. Well, 4 blocks down. Make sure there's 3 blocks like in between. And paint it like this. Same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, bam, bam. Alright. And then get this color. This part, the bottom part is darker. Hue is 8. Saturation is 65, and the value is 65. So I do that. And now we're gonna make the sawmill first, or the woodcutter. So you just get the black color again, and go 1 block right here, and then make a little box 3 by 3. And then get the third white color over here in the paint section thing, and then do this, and then paint 4 blocks down for the middle part, just up to the second line, and then this one paint it 1 block down, and then paint this part black. And then get this color. Hue is 8, saturation is 74, and the value is 53. And put that under the black one, and actually just paint another white block like this. And then you want to get this darker white color. Hue is 8. Hue is 64, saturation is 8, and the value is 67. And then get the same color, I think. Yeah, get the same colors as the horizontal lines, and then put 2 blocks under the darker white part. And yeah, that's almost the sawmill done. Now you want this color. The hue is 8, the saturation is 65, and the value is 45. And paint it like this. And then this part up here. The hue is 8, saturation is 59, and the value is 53. And just remember, this is for plastic blocks. If you do it with metal, it's gonna be a bit darker. So you do that, and then this part. The hue is 8, the saturation is 65, and the value is 37. And paint it like this, right next to this, and adjacent from this corner for the handle of the woodcutter. And then get this color. Hue is 8, saturation is 74, and the value is 53. And yeah, that's the sawmill done. And now the axe. So we go to the other side. Let's first start with this one here, right here. So the hue is 8, the saturation is 74, and the value is 53. So you go to the very bottom horizontal line, and you go 3 blocks to the right, and you start painting like this. I think, yeah, make sure it connects like that. And then get these colors. Hue is 8, saturation is 59, and the value is 53. And then paint it like this. And then get the same white color, I think. And then, yeah, same white color. And then paint it in the sort of axe shape. And then get the black color again and paint it up to on top of the second horizontal line, like 2 blocks above it, like that, for the handle. And yeah, now all you have to do is get this color, which has a hue of 8, the saturation of 55, and the value of 76, and paint it like this. Just make sure every unpainted part is going to be painted with this color. Yeah, so that's this side, and then you can clone this. Just make sure that you're not cloning the top part. So I'm gonna do this. Make sure it's right in front of this wall of the block. Just waiting for it to load. And then you can rotate it so that the sawmill on this side is like on the right side instead of the left side. like over here. Alright, there you go. And yeah, that's this and that side. I might run out of blocks here actually. I don't, no, actually not, fine. So yeah, after that, for some reason this takes a lot of blocks, but yeah, you're gonna need a lot of blocks for this. Yeah, so yeah. Now, you're gonna get the same design as this part. So do the same thing again. You have to do this, and then scale it down like that. Just clone it until the whole thing is full. Oh my god, this stupid thing. Oh my god. Bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro. Okay, once you're finished with that, we're gonna get started on the design. So just get this color as the one over here, and then paint it like this again. Now you want to get this color. The hue is 8, the saturation is 74, and the value is 53. And then you go to this block, and then go one block like that, and then you get this block, this color. The hue is 8, the saturation is 65, and the value is 45. And make sure it's like that. And then get this color. I think it's the same thing. Yeah, get the same color, and then go to this side, and then go 3 blocks this way like that, and then get this color. What is it? Hue is 8, saturation is 74, and the value is 29. And then make it like this. And then got this color. It's the same one. Hue is 8, saturation is 65, and the value is 45. And make it like that. And then get this color. And the hue is 8, the saturation 74, and the value is 53. And then color it down like this. And then get this color where the value, where the hue is 8, the saturation is 74, and the value is 29. And then do that same thing over here and this one. And then for this one, go to the bottom line right here, and then get the same color as the line, and then paint it paint a block one away from the one at the edge, and then get this color where the hue is 8, saturation is 74, and the value is 53. Paint it like that, and then get this. The hue is 8, saturation is 74, and the value is 29. And now that's that side done. And now this side, get this color where the hue is 8, saturation is 74, and the value is 53. Paint it like that. It's the same one, same color as this one right there. That one right there. And then get this one, which is the same as the one up here, I think. Yeah, 86445. And then make it like that. And then get the black color again. Now we're making the scissors to do that, and then do that. Make sure there's one block missing in between, 2 blocks like that, 1 block distance. And then get the white color again, and then make this shape, boom, boom, boom. And then get this color again, that's the same as the one right over here. And then paint it like this, right? And then get one like that, and then get this color, which is the same as the one on the top right here, and then paint it down like this, right under the left thingy. And now you paint it, find the background color. So do that. Now you have finished this side, just clone it onto this side and rotate it. And yeah, that's the crafting table itself done. Now we're onto the mechanics. So it's not as complicated as it seems, actually. Let me just, okay good, everything's anchored. Yeah, let me just delete these real quick. Very simple actually. So first, you wanna get the little crafting table menu. And then do, wait, let me just, I accidentally scaled this part when I was trying to clone it. Alright, go over here, scale it by 0.25, and then scale it like that, and then make the dimension 6x4 by 0.25. And then paint it with this color. The hue is 64, the saturation is 3, and the value is 82. And then just make your little box over here, which is where your output's gonna be when you make it. And then make this 3x3 grid. Let me just delete this. So you make that, and then the arrow, of course. And then let me just, actually I'm gonna continue over here. And make sure these lines are black, and these bottom one right here and the one to the right are white. Same thing for this one, so it looks like it's sort of more 3D and has a shadow. And this color right here, the hue is 64, the saturation is 8, and the value is 67. And just rotate these parts for the arrow by 45 degrees. And then you want to get levers, and then you make your rotation 45, and then you sort of make it like this, and then get a normal block to try to move it into it. So scale by 0.25, and then make sure it's just slightly sticking out, and it's only in this box. Right, so when you click on it, this lever has to be binded to only, actually no, just place these levers first, and then you can always just clone this. I have the 4 iron ingots here, and then the 2 sticks. So after that, you want to get your things right here. Hang on. So you first, actually you can put your levers to the side right now, but I'm just gonna talk this through. You're gonna place your iron ingots, rotate them by 15, make it white, scale it in its proper size, and then just do it for each box at the top. But this is only for an iron pickaxe if you want to do one. And then you get the 2 sticks down here, rotate it, make it brown and stuff, and then you scale it this way. So after that, you're gonna attach pistons, and make sure only those pistons are attached to those certain, I guess they're not ingredients, materials, yeah. And then make sure each lever is bonded to a certain one. So this left one is gonna be bonded to the piston that is connected to the iron ingot that brings it forward to this top left grid. And then if you want to show it to someone, make sure that the piston that is connected to this stick is also connected to a piston that connects to a pickaxe, where it comes out like this. No. So this is when you click it or activate it, I guess. Oh. On anchor, there you go. So it comes out like that. Make this invisible, and then you have the iron pickaxe sticking out. So I bind it to that same one, and you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.